Welcome back to the podcast. Super Booker T Nerdle, it's a race, but you better stay in the turtle's place. You got Armand Swanson.
M Dodo for Shodo. Welcome to the show.
You got money too.
Hey, make it do what it do, baby. Everything I say is golden.
We sitting here with producer Mike getting ready to getting in for another spell. How's everybody doing this week?
Fantastic.
Great. Yes. Awesome.
All right. Anything good happen? Any quick pro quos?
My wife got hit by a car.
Oh no! I thought her car got hit by the car.
Yeah, she was in the car.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah, her and the boys.
Oh shit! Is everybody okay?
Nope, they hurt. I'm calling Top Dog Law.
When did this happen?
Right outside of the school. Right, they were. She was taking the boys to school.
Yeah, I said, well, but when?
Oh, when? Yeah. Last Tuesday.
Oh shit! Did not know.
Yep, I think last Tuesday it was.
Prayers up for the family. Definitely.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
But no, we should be getting paid.
What you get hit by?
A car.
I felt like a truck or something.
Nah, just a regular car, but they had Progressive insurance, which I hear is really good.
Okay.
And it was 100% their fault, so that's
sweet.
Yeah, that like none of that's in debate. So hopefully, my wife has been have to go to therapy and stuff, so physical therapy. So hopefully.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you this much: with those schools, you got to get into that school line, and you've been there once or twice with me, Dusky. You know what I mean? Like people just be doing dumb stuff, and it'll happen. So it's one of those things, like they got to wait in that damn line to pick up the kids. So people just be trying to go around them who ain't got kids and they don't need to be paying attention. And
at this school actually, but the parent traffic, they're actually pretty good. Like it's a long line, like you say, but the alternating is pretty smooth and efficient, surprisingly. Yep.
That's what's up. Mondo, anything on your week, man?
Oh, decent week. Work. Hey, I'm here, so I can't complain too much. Of course, I had my hot dog suit on just a matter of 24 hours ago, or within the last 24 hours, and here I am with you guys. So I am doing well.
Can you explain something to me?
What up?
What exactly do you mean when you say hot
dog suit on? I was grandstanding, baby. That means I was doing something that I probably didn't have to do, but I did it anyway. I did it anyway. But no, yeah, I was doing my let me think about this. Oh, Casanova.
You was on something.
Me and Romeo have never been friends. That's what I was on. Yeah, so I was on some of that.
Okay.
So yeah, and then I made it back in town just in time for the podcast.
I was just about to say, were you out of town? Were you out in your second city?
Yeah, I was out in my second home.
That's what's up.
Second home, and had some steak and potatoes last night. She had some jazz music playing. Yeah, it was nice. It was romantic. It was romantic as hell.
You went on a date.
Pretty much. We were supposed to watch a movie. Okay. Instead, we made a movie. Ooh. Ooh.
All right.
But yeah,
Mimi.
A great way to end the week and be here with you guys. Super Booker T, what about yourself?
I've been dealing with just regular stuff. My son, he a little sick. Been dealing with that this week. But other than that, it's been kind of normal, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I got a show today after the podcast. I got to go and get on that stage.
Right on Comedy Sports.
Shout out.
Sports. So I got to go and do that after this. And yeah, it's been.
What's wrong with your boy?
He got strep throat.
Ooh.
That's the ones you put him in a bubble and kind of slide the food under the door.
Yeah, you already know.
Let me know when you're feeling better. It's one of them type of strep throat name.
Well, he is definitely on quarantine.
Okay. I love you, son, but stay back.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's been kind of normal, you know what I mean? But him being sick, like, it happens. So, all right, fellas, it's Black History Month, right? And we've been kind of, talking a little bit on our meetings and stuff about, just kind of taking the time out to kind of look at different Black history, people who's done things throughout the years that has inspired us and helped moved our culture, forward in a positive way. So we all three have one that we want to introduce. Mondo's got stolen last night we'll discuss that when he goes. 'Cause I'm definitely bringing it up.
Oh, that's funny. I'm starting to think our phones are really listening to us.
Who steals Black History facts?
Hey, man.
I'll tell you who when it's his turn.
Yeah.
We're starting off with you, sir.
With me?
Yes.
That's right, the golden tongue. That's what the ladies call me.
I don't know if you really want to go by it.
No, not the R. Kelly gold. No. Like the Midas.
Oh, shit.
The Midas gold. The Midas gold. Anyway, Black History Month. Black History Month. I chose to talk about Lieutenant General Arthur Gregg and Lieutenant Colonel Charity Adams. These were two very prominent, successful black people in the military. You know, I'm a veteran and I've served.
Yes, sir.
And,
Thank you.
Yep, always, my pleasure. Well, I went to learn my job in the military. It's called AIT, Advanced Individual Training, at a base called Fort Lee, Virginia.
Right on.
All bases got nicknames. We won't go into that. But just recently, in April of 2023, they actually changed the name of that base from Fort Lee, Virginia, to Fort Gregg Adams, Virginia.
Neat.
Right. And the reason I'm bringing this up during our Black History section is because Adams and Gregg, they both are prominent African-American soldiers in American history. So Lieutenant Arthur Gregg, he actually was the very first black lieutenant general in the armed forces.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, and he actually was alive in 2023 when they renamed the base after him, which is amazing because that was the first time that's ever happened in history. Like normally they name the bases after people who have come and gone. So that was amazing. And then Lieutenant Colonel Charity Adams, she actually, and people take this for granted, but she was the highest ranking African American woman in the military at that time, and they literally created that division so women could serve in the military in a non-combative role. Her role was to make sure that mail got delivered. Right. Sounds simple, but let me tell you, as a soldier who's been on 2 deployments, and as even if you guys think about it now, how much you stay in contact with your loved ones via social messaging, email, Facebook, whatever, people weren't getting letters until years after they were sent. So like soldiers would go off to war and families will write to them and they get no reply. Soldiers will write to their family, they get no reply. So they don't know if their loved one's alive, dead, and it's real crazy.
Right.
So, and it was a big push in the military, but nobody could figure it out. Nobody could figure out how to get the mail delivered. So, as a joke, this horrible colonel was like, well, we'll let the black women do it. You said they good soldiers. We'll let them do it and see if they can figure it out. Well, they did. Long story short, they did. And let me tell you, morale is so important when it comes to wars and productivity and whatnot. Like there's a whole section in the military for it. It's MWR, morale, welfare, recreation.
Okay.
And their whole job is to create an atmosphere wherever the war is at, wherever soldiers are at, to give them some kind of sense of home, some kind of sense of normality.
Yeah, I can imagine like being, well, I like I said, I can only imagine, but being over there and having to see the stuff y'all saw and try to have good morale.
Dude.
Like I don't know.
So
they I'd have to have something to do.
Yeah, they get weights. Like they have weights.
Something.
They like if you got a really good one, if you really establish, they'll have like a phone or two in there. And now this ain't. Keep in mind, I'm overseas. This ain't like I'm in Washington or New York.
Yeah.
Like it's a phone where I could pick up and actually call a number from Iraq and talk to somebody in the United States of America securely or whatever. So that was a big part of it. So Lieutenant Colonel Adams, she was really big in lifting soldier morale in World War II. And she got all kind of accommodations and whatnot. So the base has now been named after the first black lieutenant general, Arthur Gregg, and the highest ranking black woman at the time, Lieutenant Colonel Charity Adams. So now the new name of Fort Lee, which we used to call Fort Leisure, Virginia, because it was kind of soft, it's now called Fort Gregg Adams, named after 2 very influential and prominent African Americans in the military.
Huh.
Yep.
Awesome.
They even got a movie out. Last thing, they got a movie out.
Kerry Washington, right?
Yes, and she kills it. I think it's a Tyler Perry movie. So all you Tyler Perry fans, whoop whoop. I'm not a Tyler Perry fan, but the movie's good. So
right on.
Give credit when credit's due.
Would you want them to name a building after you or anything? Just a general question. I don't know. Just general question because that's where it ended.
I would. I just don't want them to look in my history. You know, like when stuff is named after you and stuff, and then people are, oh, well, what did he do? Ah, well, he got kicked out of school in sophomore year for like you don't want to talk about that. But I would like something named after me, yes. Other than my kids, which I can't even get that.
So with the mailing system being the issue, so I mean, you was in Iraq. I mean, shit, y'all had to use like planes and shit to get shit over there, or boats, or some shit.
Believe it or not, all of the above: planes, boats, trains, automobiles. Y'all remember that movie, Plane, Trains, Automobiles?
Yep.
Yeah.
80s boy.
But yeah,
John
like
Candy.
I mean, the basics is what worked, and that got us there.
Nice. And like you said, who was in Planes, Trains, Automobiles? Who was
John
that?
Candy.
John Candy.
Was that the main character? That was such a good movie.
Yeah, and that's got me thinking. That's got me really thinking. Like, I mean, nowadays, of course, lately, we've had a lot of plane crashes. Lot, like, hey, I mean,
last 4 weeks,
a lot of plane crashes, and of course, like, hey, planes back in the day, well, not even back in the day. We're talking about, within the past, year type deal. I know December. He's silly, but I mean,
December.
Is planes still the safest way to travel? If you are considering planes, actual trains, and automobiles, and of course we know automobiles is like, hey, everybody's on the road, so we know that is the actual, when it comes to danger, that's top. But when it comes to planes and trains, I don't really hear about too many like train crashes. If it's like a civilian train versus like a chemical train carrying shit.
If you go off what you just said, I'm thinking, okay, well, the 80 people that were on a plane just now, the one that went down in Canada, none of them died. That is amazing.
It is.
Unless it's a conspiracy.
I know, right? Like the wind flipped it over or something.
Everything's better in Canada.
Hey, your mans did act a fool too, though. Your mans did act a fool.
Who?
I'm gonna go ahead and do it before you go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and get on your man's Trump. He got started the other night because we was having the 4-country championships, and it was USA versus Canada. He was talking shit. USA lost.
Hold on. What are we talking about? What was going on?
So at our meeting the other night, let me explain so everybody knows where I'm starting at. At the meeting the other night, we were talking about that plane crash, and you were like, "Oh man, ever since Trump's been in office, we had 4 plane crashes." I'm like, "Damn it, Q, wasn't on the plane. He didn't call it in. Like, I just don't see the connection." And now, yesterday, I'm looking at the news, and I'm looking at Trump on the screen, and they show a little text that he put out because USA was playing Canada
in a hockey game.
In hockey, yes.
Our president
in Canada, we lose. Oh, the rebuttal was priceless.
Oh, they was booing us on the Star Spangled Banner and everything. I was like, Canada feeling a certain way when those tariffs came.
Boy, Donald Trump talking about he want that to be the 51st state. If he don't, Canada.
Ain't they like run by a queen or something? Like some kind of royalty?
It's a prime minister of Canada. Justin Trudeau, I think his name.
What is the prime minister? Is that royalty?
Hey, brother. I think it's based on some like England, type stuff.
Right. Okay.
So yes, you are correct when it comes
I say
like
England,
that.
royalty is
royalty
England to
type
me.
of lineage, type of like.
Gotcha.
Yes. Hierarchy. So yeah.
I'm just saying, if we're going off the numbers of what you're saying here, off my basis, I don't know how any of them people survived a plane crash, but that made me think of that Trump thing. So look that shit up later, because oh man, it was great.
It does happen often though, with plane crashes and people surviving. It's not always when a plane crashes people die.
Well, I'm not saying that. I ain't never been on a plane, so I just know that I typically hear if a plane goes down, I don't hear too many people walking.
Oh, I'm
away
be
from
shitty. I'm be shitty if I'm on a plane to go down. I'm just letting you know. I'm be shitty because I've been on a couple planes, and then just for like you looking out the window, I be thinking about that Twilight Zone shit. You looking out the window, little gremlin on the wing. Goddamn, the engine blew up, and I'm like, oh, you motherfuckers! I don't want to go through that. Don't want to go through that.
I mean, train though. I mean, a train wreck. If that mug happened, I mean, that's damn near smashing metal on metal like accordion.
It's a rarity,
like
though.
That. I know, right?
Yeah.
But like, I got something to show you when we get home too.
Yeah.
I seen this shit last night too. Motherfucking train. This lady went on the train tracks in a truck. Like she's pulling up, she stopped the truck, hit her, and bumped her on the tracks. And there was another set of train tracks. So the little thing came down behind her car. The truck that hit her was behind the thing. She was sitting on the tracks. So she starts to go forward, and then she starts to go back. She hits the arm comes back a little bit, and then she's like, fuck it. Gets out of the fucking car and runs around and runs.
I feel
and
it.
the train just runs into the fucking car, knocks everything up. Like it was
Oh yeah, I feel
stupid.
it. I feel it. 100%.
No. Go forward.
I mean, could she not go forward? It sounded like
she could. She had every way to go forward. There was nothing in front of her. Like, go.
Like life or death. I ain't even taking that chance.
She didn't take no chances.
Yeah, I ain't taking that chance.
She jumped the fuck up out of there quick, and that train ran through that car like it wasn't shit.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know. Like a train can just eat through a fucking car. You're a family of four. Somebody's stupid in the driver's seat. You ain't making it. So I don't know. I'm like safe wise. I don't think there's a safe one that's like gonna give you 100%. We all know that. But if we're gonna pick what's safer,
I would say trains. I've never ridden one though. I really want to ride a train.
I would not mind riding a train.
Neither one of y'all been on a train before?
I mean, I've been on a train, but not like a train going somewhere.
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
I've never been on a train going to another.
A passenger train.
Yeah, passenger train.
I've been on. Well, I have, and it's only once. It was during Halloween. I went to, which I didn't even know there was.
You talking about the Halloween haunted?
The haunted
train.
The haunted train, but it's a double decker train.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And it drives you like, I want to say like 30 miles out into the woods. Like,
Yeah.
it takes you out of the city, way out into the woods, and they tell this story, and they walk around with little candles and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even know it was Atlantic City in Indiana, but it is. So,
what?
Atlantic City.
Oh.
So we went there, and like it's a double decker train. So we sat on top.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy because the motherfucking top of it swayed like you was on a boat.
That's kind of tight.
Like it wasn't just like you didn't feel it going like centrifugal this way. It was like you could feel the motion of that
Seems
motherfucker.
scary.
It sounds
It
weird.
was. It was eerie.
Yeah.
It was eerie.
My
But that was
cars-
the only time I really been on a train that moved. But
Okay.
yeah, so I mean, I don't know, man. I just think safety wise, I've been in a car the most of the time, so I feel most safe in a car. Especially when I'm driving.
Would you consider like, okay, because we're talking about trains, like a subway? Well, let's go off of that. Like we're in New York and shit like that. Subway to me, I'm gonna put that in the train category.
I mean, it is.
There's some crazy motherfuckers on Subway. And hold up, I seen one not too long ago to just set a woman on fire.
Same,
Like I said, it's some
but
crazy.
the same crazy people that's on the subway are literally the same crazy people that are walking the streets.
That's true.
Like that doesn't.
But walking is dangerous too. No, walking is dangerous too, folks.
Well, if you gonna get out of here, which one you think is the most dangerous and the most safe?
Most dangerous cars, totally automobiles, because automobiles per just capita and people. That's most dangerous. Most safest, I'll go with you. Trains.
Ain't that the same thing?
What,
Per capita and people. Ain't that what per capita means?
just in case the people in the crowd. I know. Now we know money though. We know money though. But y'all may not know. And I was trying to be slick.
but okay, yeah.
I'll go with trains too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll with trains.
We should take a train to like Chicago or something.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I'm down with it. I ain't like I said, I've never really been on a train like that. So yeah, I'd be down with some shit like that.
Hell
I
yeah.
wouldn't mind riding the subway. I ain't never rode the subway.
I don't know about the subway.
I think your
ridden the
point
subway.
was you can't get out.
You go to Chicago and ride the
If-
subway though.
I've ridden the subway. That's an L.
The L train, or what they call it the L. Yeah, that was like, but it's
L
not
train is elevated. Subway's underneath the ground.
Thank you, sir. This is
Yep.
coming from a person who doesn't ride them.
Yeah, I just know from crosswords.
No. Oh,
Yep.
nice.
Elevated rails. L's. That's what they call L's. Subway is underneath.
I just learned that.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you this much: I rode a trolley.
I have ridden one of
The
those.
trolleys are cool.
Trolleys are cooler than a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Back to your point. I think your point was on the subway you can't get out.
Yeah.
Like you on there with that motherfucker, and you can't get out till the motherfucker stop.
Yeah, it's crucial.
So crazy is stuck with you now.
Same thing with the train and a plane.
Yeah, crazy is. I think he was trying to make that point.
I feel like a train. Maybe I watch too many like Western movies, but a train, I feel like you got that back door.
No,
you can,
nigga, no.
You can't do that. You can't do that. You know, some old John Wayne
Okay,
shit.
let me
Eastwood.
clarify. Make no mistake. Just like in the movies, you can also open that door on the plane when it's in the air.
Oh no,
But it's not something you want to make a happy. That shouldn't be part of your escape plan.
Man,
That shouldn't.
Oh, you imagine a motherfucker get sucked out of an airplane? That's just a wild shit right there.
Nah, I don't wanna be in it. Whoopity whoopity whoop. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about our it's my turn.
Go for it.
I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go ahead and talk about my black historian because, you know, it's a little good one for me, a little personal.
Okay,
I got Madam C.J. Walker, okay?
Madam C.J. Walker.
Madam C.J. Walker, now, there's some Indianapolis ties directly to Madam C.J. Walker, so we're going to go ahead and get out some detailed info for your peoples if your knowledge points ain't up. First of all, her real name is Sarah Bleed Blood. It's Breed Blood. So that's her original name. The reason why her name got switched over to Madam C.J. Walker was because of her third husband, Charles James. So she changed it to C.J. Walker, but she's a madam.
So the C.J. stands for the Charles James?
That's where the letters of her maiden name, but after she got married.
No, fucking neat. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
I wonder why she did that. Like, was that a common practice, y'all think?
I mean, because you could take of course, last name is, but you take the whole name?
Right?
I mean, but I think that's why she had the madam part. I'm not sure.
That's like calling me.
Right?
That's like calling me
Hold up.
Tamika.
And Mike knew about this too. He was like, "You are correct." You see him do the point. It's like, yeah, with the madam and the CJ.
She took his name, so it made her the madam.
Neat.
Madam of the house.
So
okay.
But what people call it Charles?
Madam.
Madam Charles.
Shut up, Mondo.
Right. It's Madam or Madam Walker.
Madam Walker.
So she was an activist, a political activist as well, but she was the first woman to make $1 million, like gross in $1 million, and that's amazing. And this
like period.
Yes. Well, not like on the number $1 million, but she grossed over $1 million for her company. She produced hair care products.
So you saying first in America?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
First black woman in America.
Black woman.
Yes.
Okay.
To make $1 million with her company, and she made hair care products. Now she was with another person when they first started. It was both of them. They were in a joint, and the person thought that she was still in their way of making products, but she had her own way. The way she kind of learned how to do it was her 3 brothers were barbers, so they taught her a lot of stuff about hair care. So then she flipped it over and learned how to do it with her partner, and then made her own. So she kind of ventured off. So when she ventured off, she went to like all over the U.S. selling products. And you know, back then there was no internet, there wasn't phones like that. You know what I mean? Hell, even the mail at that point wasn't very timely. You know what I'm saying? So she went door to door, and that's how she sold her products. So, you know, from Philadelphia to New York, Louisiana, Indiana, you know what I'm saying? She's done went everywhere and sold door to door. So she started making a couple factories. She made one in Lexington, New York. And that she actually had a home. That was a home there. And she had 34 rooms in that home.
How many kids she have?
I don't know how many kids she has a daughter. She has one daughter.
And 35 rooms.
Well, but this was a house for gathering
bowling.
She did make a meal, and back then a meal was a whole lot.
All right, if you equated a meal back then, they'd be like, that's probably like 5 meals.
All I do is win, no matter what. Okay.
So that was basically like a home where people can come in. Black women can come in, and she would actually teach them how to market. She would teach them the hair care products. Basically, she would have them go out and sell her.
It's like our own little conference center.
Yes. So they can stay there and stuff like that. So, I mean, then that's the reason why we kind of have the actual factory she had here in Indiana is in Irvington. 634 Northwest Street is where it is. And that's where the factory is here in Indiana. So
Irvington.
Yeah, east side.
Yeah, the Irvington area.
Kind of like that Fountain Square?
Fountain Square, somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit more east,
really?
Right over there.
Okay.
So that's where she had her factory at here. So she was a patron of the arts. So with everything that she did, like, so with all the hair care products and stuff, she always did stuff for like different, like people who did shows. So that's the reason why we had the Madam C.J. Walker building downtown.
I hope she wasn't doing them like Diddy.
Nah.
Making them pretty and then kind of,
I hope not.
Connecting them. You never know. Black people with that kind of money got pulled for some reason.
What's that? Corrupt the shit out your ass.
I mean, just think her job was to make women prettier.
Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty certain that, back then, to be honest with you, that shit could have happened because it happens today.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so yeah. Grooming.
Boardwalk. Y'all seen Boardwalk Empire?
That's a good show.
Nucky Thompson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Boy. Whew. Sorry, T. Sorry, T. Go back.
Anyway, long story short.
I liked it.
Long story short, Madam C.J. Walker is a great woman in history under the tutelage of herself and her brothers and her family, and her willingness to drive and do nothing but help take her knowledge and pass it along throughout the black community. She trained at that time, like I said, it was really hard to do, over 20,000 women how to do hair and things of that nature and stuff like that. So with Indiana ties as well, like I perform at the theater. Like,
about to say the Madam C.J. Walker Theater.
It's a very prominent theater. So
Indiana Avenue.
Yeah,
it's right there on Indiana Avenue.
It's just right there on the corner. It's been there forever. So yeah, as long as we've been here. So
there you go. There's some little history and background on Madam C.J. Walker.
I got two things I want to say at the end of that. What was the name of that? Because didn't she create the very first political activist group for African American women's?
Yes, she did.
What was it called? The North. I can't the North. African American Women of Color.
I think it's something in regards to that.
National Women of Color Association or something.
I think you're right. National. Yeah, I think that's right.
But
I think you're in there.
Yeah, but she created that, which I thought was amazing. Like, like you said, she taught all those black women those things, and she, jumped off because she's back in what, the 1900s? What?
She was born December 23rd. 1867, and she passed May 25th, 1919.
Yeah, like, so she was the jump off for black.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, and then this was curious to me. Don't y'all find it interesting that a lot of rich, successful people get accused of stealing some poor suckers like Bill Gates, Madam C.J. Walker. People always saying like it
Steve
was like
Jobs.
Steve
you
Jobs.
can go anywhere
Like,
with it. Yeah.
This really was someone else's idea. You just monopolized on it.
Mm-hmm.
Think she did that?
Well, she did have that beef with that, the one partner, so it is a possibility.
They said that the partner was using the regular way that they had been doing hair a long time, and C.J. Walker had came up with a different way to do it. And she didn't use the same two products.
Just gave her that activator, baby.
Let's just say if you're doing if you're doing the same two products you've been doing, and that's what's been working, if she adds a third, now all of a sudden that's not nowhere near the case anymore. You see what I'm saying?
Just let your soul glow.
Yeah.
But shout out to Madam C.J. Walker.
Absolutely, Madam C.J. Walker. Like you said, a great figure when it comes to African American women. And like hair products, like I said, the shit that she introduced in that time in that window, that's like I said, ahead of the game. So yeah, good stuff.
I mean, it wasn't just U.S. I mean, she was selling stuff in Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, Trinidad,
international.
This is back then. So to get your stuff over there back then, that's a crazy way to look at how hard you had
that's
to work
crazy work
to do that. You know what I mean? That's a crazy time period. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop.
I want to know what the equivalent of $1 million, because she had more than $1 million. She was just the first to get. I wonder what the equivalent of $1 million back in 1890 was.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's probably like 6 or 7 million. If you,
No, it's gonna be way more than that.
You think so? Off a meal?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Think about how much shit costs back
You used to
then.
be able to buy a candy bar for a nickel.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Less than that back then. Shit.
Yeah. Back then, they probably, you know what? You probably just couldn't go get a candy bar at any store back then.
Man, you just turn in bottle caps.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Turn in the cans, man. You get motherfucking money and then you ain't get no money, you just got the candy.
What Dave Chappelle say? I'm rich, bitch.
I'm rich.
Walk down with a bag. My grandma used to do that all the time. And then, did y'all know the trick of stepping on the cans, right? I said this to somebody, and they looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, you got to save space.
Yeah,
you step on the cans.
Why? I mean, the new generation don't know.
True.
But yeah, our generation, we know about stepping in cans.
Yeah.
Wasting bags.
We used to have a recycling spot. We collect the
right
cans.
up the street.
You already know.
That's what I'm talking about.
And so you boy, get some change in your pocket.
You
Recycling
go
those
down there
cans.
with 4 bags of cans and come back with $2.50. No, just
Shut up. Hey, and be happy as hell. Go to Jerry and Selena's. O'Neill's.
because penny candy costs what?
It was like 5 cents.
No. Back in the day.
Back in the day, it was penny candy. Was penny candy.
Penny candy. You had $1. You walking out with 100 pieces of candy. Come on.
You remember they used to have the little clear things? You could just pick them out yourself.
Oh, dude,
Then they
those
had
are the good
Whoppers, little
days.
clear Whopper. They had one Whopper, and you get
Jungle Jollies.
You get two of them.
Well, I just started thinking about
Everything was a
candy.
penny. Everything.
I'm trying to figure out.
You remember they had little shoes with the little boy on it? It was like the weirdest little boy girl with some shoes.
Nope. Sorry, I do not.
It existed.
Okay.
It did. I just gave you the face, and I was hoping.
Oh, you remember? Do you know what he's talking
They
about?
had different flavors. It was
Yeah, it's just like they had like a little yellow and brown one, a little blue, and
Yeah.
yellow, and they had a little. I know what you're talking about.
Right on.
Okay.
You're talking about the little chews. I know.
Thank you, T. Now, ladies.
I
Hey, man.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I love it now, later. Now and later.
Hey man, look, for real. Since we on the time period talking about these candies, then I'm gonna have to go on and throw in some of my favorites. I gotta go with the Boston baked beans.
That shit was nasty.
Okay,
I couldn't stand no
wasn't
Boston
nasty,
baked beans.
but it
I
was.
love Boston baked beans.
I like lemon heads better.
Lemon heads is
That was
way
my
better.
second one. That was my second one.
I like
Lemon
that.
Heads is my shit.
I like them. Like Boston baked beans wasn't nasty. Like mine does.
No, that shit was nasty.
But it's just a rarity. Like when I buy them. But when I buy them, I'm like, why don't I buy these often? And then I buy another one like 2 days later. I'm like, yep, that's why.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but man, can't nobody touch some of the good shit like that, man. That's some good candy.
You realize how racist that candy was? You think
What?
about it, like lemon head. So you remember the picture? Lemon head, little slanted eye, lemon.
a picture of a lemon.
Hold on. What was the cherry ones? Cherry Clan. You remember those? Man, they had a little Chinese guy on. Man, that candy was racist.
Why?
Dude,
He's telling the truth.
I was real talk.
What?
The imagery,
What race was
dude.
the lemon heads making
The
fun
lemon
of?
heads, they definitely like probably some Korean folks with the little slanted eyes, and then Cherry Clan was clearly some Japanese folks. They got a little Chinese hat on it.
Oh, I'm racist because I feel like Japanese and Korean are the same shit.
Oh my god!
Sorry.
Nah, they got the more lemony head.
All right.
Oh, no.
They got it. See what you did there.
I know. No.
What was baked beans?
Boston. Just that's your stereotypical, Boston guy. Boston baked beans. Think about it. Think about it, fellas.
You ever had Chico sticks?
Hey man, the
Chico sticks.
Is,
I don't.
is-
Hey,
nigga,
Chico sticks.
I will smack the hell out the world for a Chico stick.
What
Chico
is it
stick.
made out of?
It's like a Butterfinger.
It's like it really
It's
was
the
like a
inside of
Butterfinger. Yeah.
Butterfinger.
Yeah.
Chico sticks
Yeah.
were really
But
good.
it's just it's got that whatever that little spice or whatever it is on the outside of
The
a Chico
orange,
stick.
yeah, the
like,
orange.
whatever it is good as hell.
man,
like
look at the
now I want
penny
a Chico
candy.
See, yeah, now I want a Chico stick.
Back down memory lane. Boy, I tell you better ask somebody.
When I was a young boy.
That was a good shit.
Man, a good old Chico stick ain't nothing better.
Now
What else we got? What else we got back there?
What up, man? What is this? We can keep talking about the hey man. I say one of the best decades for movie music. Say that 80s. 80s. 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, motherfucking Footloose.
I just watched Weird Science last weekend.
Weird Science.
Hey, man.
Hey, real talk. I watched Weird Science, and it's a terrible movie. It was called like Galaxy of Terror, and I realized if you want to beat any villain, you just got to flip. That's at the end of the movie. The dude just started doing some flips, and it worked.
What?
Exactly. But 80s, fantastic.
I ain't watched them type of movies. And
It had Robert Englund in it, believe it or not.
I'm about to say, damn it, I was about to say, I watched Freddy Krueger.
There it is. Look, there it is.
Just for those, Robert Englund is Freddy Krueger?
Yes.
Hey,
What?
man,
Love your time. Yeah, but dude, young Robert Englund was in it, so I thought that was crazy.
I think there's a little bit of bias, but I think it's so little that I think it shouldn't count.
That's what she said.
Because
Giggity.
yeah, man, the 80s was the shit. Everything about the 80s was the shit. Like, for real. Like, all the movies, all the music, all the candy, the cartoons. Like, hey, man, even the Payless versus the shit. Like, yeah, we watch Transformers, but you motherfuckers don't know nothing about Go-Go Bots, do you?
You talking about the motherfucking Go-Go Bots?
The motherfucking Go-Go.
Yeah.
That's the Payless version of fucking Transformers.
Dude, that shit was classic, too.
That shit was
or just the
good as
Go-Bots. They were just Go-Bots. You said Go-Go Bots. Had me think. I was like, but the Go-Bots.
Yeah, and Go-Go Bots. They got to go-go.
But no, the 80s had the best shit ever.
Man,
Y'all know what I like better than Transformers? I think this might even been 70s, not 80s.
You got me curious.
Voltron.
No, that was 80s.
Voltron was there, too.
Shit.
Yeah, Voltron was there.
Voltron was this shit.
Like-
In fact, go ahead.
The original.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand Power Rangers when I saw it. I said, nigga, this is Voltron.
But it was like live action Voltron. You know,
Exactly.
yeah, it's a live action
I
Voltron.
didn't like it.
Well, but you got tricked on that bullshit too. Power Rangers was good because by the time Power Rangers came out, we was still
That was in the 90s, though. Yeah.
early
Yeah,
90s
yeah.
though. But it came out in Japan. It was a show in Japan.
Yeah, they had,
So
they
when
they had Ultraman back then or some shit like that,
and
yeah.
then when they had all the little fighting scenes and shit, it was all the people from Japan. And then when they had the little people from Angel Grove or the little city it was from, it was just the actors from here. So it was choppy than a motherfucker. Like if you go back and you watch,
Oh, I have.
the first seasons and shit, like it's choppy and shit. You be like, what the?
That crazy lady. Oh, her
Rita?
Rita. Oh my goodness. Watching her talk and threaten.
Oh, that shit was hilarious. But not,
It's still worth the watch, but I mean, it's some of them good ass 80 shows. Like the cartoons was something that really made me happy.
the cartoons was shit, dude.
Thunder.
Boy.
Thundercats. Oh,
Thundercats are on the loose. Thundercats are loose. There it is. Yeah, so they had definitely the best fucking music
Call
things.
to
like that.
arms. The best.
Yes.
The best. I need your help. Call.
Come on.
Yeah. And then I think He-Man was the second.
Now, see, He-Man, like in his intro, though, I thought he said some of the weirdest, sweetest shit ever. Fabulous powers were revealed to me one day. I heard it off my sword and said, by a power of Grayskull.
What?
I mean, but I was like, fabulous. I was like, damn, fabulous is a weird. But Adam was like, if you think about it, Adam was like
He was a prince.
he was a meek prince, though. You know, he was like, Adam was like, oh, I don't do anything, so fabulous powers. So, and then He-Man was like, yeah, I'm a man. So yeah, He-Man was a shit.
Yes.
Dang, them cartoons used to give us a powerful message at the end, though.
Oh, dude,
They'd be like, be good friends.
don't eat a lot of chocolate. Eat an apple.
I used to actually watch the shows waiting to see what the message was at the end.
Hey, real talk.
I always thought it was very important. Like if I finished it and I didn't know what the message was, I was disappointed. It's like you wasted my time.
The more you know.
Whoopity-whoopity up. I told you I was gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in Dodo,
Yes, sir.
we got one more Black History Month knowledge point to hit,
Yeah.
and yours got stolen.
It was weird, you know, because we do our meetings or what have not. And I'm like, yeah, you know, hey, this is who I'm rolling with. And it came from, at the time, it came from Money Q, because he named a spot here that's actually named after this person that I'm going to talk about. But I shit you not, like a couple days later, I'm on Facebook, and CBS News 10, whatever it is, then took my person. They done took my person, and it's like they almost was like listening to us. And I was like, this is some bullshit. Can't even get the show out, and CBS going to take the glory. So that's what I was talking about. That.
So what you saying is you about to plagiarize.
Pretty much,
exactly
yeah.
what he's saying.
No, we got evidence because you recorded you recorded it. Or did it work when we recorded?
Yeah, I got the top of your head.
I'm just talking about, but you can hear us talking about
hear.
it.
Yes. Yes.
But I am talking about Kenneth Babyface Edmonds.
Ooh. Woo!
Of course, Mr. Whip It Pill, Mr. This is for the cool
You
in you.
got that whip.
Come on.
Pill.
So
Woo.
whip it on me.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Hey, real talk. But Kenneth Babyface Edmonds, born and raised here in Indianapolis, Indiana, aka Naptown.
Naptown.
Yes, sir.
Don't sleep on us.
Yes, went to wake your ass up. But went to North Central High School. Here in Napa, of course. I think he was the 5th kid out of 6 children in his family. And the reason why he started writing music was because he was just a super shy guy. And the way that he expressed himself was with music. And so he did a great job. And then overall, Kenneth Babyface Edmonds he's been involved in some of the biggest songs that you probably heard, and with the artists anywhere from Celine Dion to our favorites like Drew Hill, Tevin Campbell. I mean, you can go through Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. You can go through this man's catalog, and some of the songs that you have loved and grown up on, he has been a part of. I was telling you guys, first time I was introduced to Babyface was my mom had fucking record, and it was a single record of the Dells, one of the groups that he was in. He was in the Dells, Manchild, I know Manchild, which is some groups early, but I only
Fabulous.
think of but I only think of you on 2 occasions. And that's day and night. I said, oh, that's some pimp shit. But that's the first time I actually was introduced to Babyface, and I had to be like fucking 5 or 6 years old. So Babyface,
that literally is one of my favorite lines of all time.
Yeah. Dude, it's a player line.
Yeah. Because he be grooving, and then when you realize what he's saying, you like, damn, nigga, that's all the time.
I know, right? Damn.
I think you talking about 24/7, 365.
So every time I close my eyes, I think of you. But Babyface, that dude is an extraordinary songwriter. Period, point blank. Yeah. He's been nominated for over 50 Grammys, or 50 Grammys, and won, I want to say somewhere like between about 20. But to be nominated for 50 Grammys in your career, that's phenomenal.
I think it's very important. I'm curious, might have nothing to do with anything, but look up the increase in African American pregnancies during the time.
Musical Viagra.
No, yeah,
I'm telling you,
you gonna get some ass fucking around with Babyface.
Like half of y'all probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Kenneth.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Why are we like so passionate about it though?
I mean, but it's the truth. Yeah, I mean, come on.
It's not a joke. It's really.
I know how we love.
I got down on some Babyface, so I know. No, but Babyface, and of course, one of the highways is named after him. Which
65, I think.
Yeah, 65. You go past there, Kenneth Babyface Edmonds,
which is amazing because 65 isn't just an ordinary highway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the highway that leads through Indiana. It's the interstate that most people travel to go through the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
Crossroads of America.
Yes, sir.
That highway goes, I believe, from the top of the country all the way to the south of the country, and 70
goes all the way from the east
to the west.
That's crazy.
So the Crossroads of America is in Indiana.
And Babyface is a part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I was about to say also, he got an honorary doctorate from IU, of course, for his accolades and his musical accomplishments. Yeah.
Did he go to IU?
I don't think he did, but they was like, hey, you from Indiana, we want to give you this. It's one of those things, it's like getting a key to the city.
Like Michael Jackson could probably get a degree from any school he wanted in Indiana.
He just goes, I'm Mike. And I'm like, here you go.
We know that.
You got it.
We had your degree ready 10 years ago.
We were just waiting for you to come here. But no, it's definitely Kenneth Babyface Edmonds, Indiana treasure, Indianapolis treasure, and native. And that is the guy that I chose for our Black History moments.
That's a great pick, man.
Right on.
That's a great
pick. You threw it out there, and I was like, man, I kind of want to roll with this.
I mean, everything I say is gold.
So
wasn't a surprise over here.
Welcome to the show.
Woo!
Trying to decide if I want to play devil's advocate.
Play all you want, you'll lose. Hey, what's next on the list?
Yeah.
What's the
woogity woogity woo?
Woogity woogity woo.
Here we go. Well, I mean, that's pretty much it. We have done our duty today. I think we have triumphed.
Can I throw an audible real quick?
Ooh.
I'm good. I'm glad we over. But I want to throw this in at least right now. Maybe we could do it at the end of every show. I want to throw some flowers out. Real quick. T, for helping me with my car, because remember my car broke down and we had
don't remember me.
Well,
came to your house 6-7 times for that car.
Exactly. Shout out for that. Appreciate you, brother. And it came at a great time because it got fixed right when my wife had got in an accident.
It was the same day.
Yeah, so it had to go ahead and do. So shout out to that.
Right on.
And then shout out to my moms and family. We just had a couple of deaths in the last couple of weeks, and so just the way that our family, our family is, man, how they just rally together and support and everything like that. So shout out, man. God is great. God is good. Love them, and just wanted to give some flowers out.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yep, that's it.
All right, well, since you did it, I'll give some out. You know.
Don't make me twist your arm, T.
I know, I gotta appreciate people and shit, man.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
I really want to throw a shout out to my wife, actually. Like, we have great conversation. I think that's the reason why our marriage is so, like, just kind of cool. Like, you would think we've just been knowing each other forever. We kind of have, like, but we haven't. But it's just like I get the chance to actually speak to her and speak freely with her and be open with her, and I have, like, I'll hold it in like a man, like I'll hold some shit in, but when I'm ready to sit down and talk to her, she knows it, and she knows, and she'll listen, and it ain't she do what I say, she just takes in what I have to, like, how I feel, whatever, and she responds to it the same way I do her. So have some shout outs to the wife on this one.
Shout out to Mrs. Woods, man. That's a beautiful thing. Like, to have somebody like that in your corner, and as we all know, to put up with T, you gotta be a special person.
You got to be blessed.
Yo, boy, because average don't do it.
You can't make it.
Average don't do it. All right, is that it? We wrapping up?
We giving flowers.
I don't know, man. You pimpalicious.
I'm flower power time, baby.
That motherfucker threw the flower in the trash for
Hey, I'm giving out.
You know you did.
What happened?
You threw away the flower before you.
Oh yeah, that flower. Yeah. Hey, Mama got me. Hey, this is a side story. It's a side story. So Mama hit me up all the time. Oh, Mom, I got to go to the store. Shit like that. I'm like, all right, Mama. So we take her to the store, and then she needs to go buy Family Dollar, and she's like, here, I'm gonna get you a rose. And I'm like, the whole time, Mama, why you gonna give me a rose? I'll take some candy or something, which I do got the candy on me right now, but she still bought me this rose for some reason. Oh, Mama, just leave it in your car. And I was like, that's weird. I'm a man first. I don't need no rose. But I guess the flower part now is give flowers to my little date last night. They cooked me some steak and some potatoes. Had the jazz music playing. It was very romantic. So I'm gonna give flowers out to her because it was very nice.
Hold on, time out. did we just go from real flowers to metaphorical flowers?
Absolutely.
Or did you give her the flowers your mama gave you?
Oh no, I threw that flower away.
Oh, okay.
That flower was a couple days old. They know, and T was like, "Man, you should give her that flower." I threw that motherfucker right in the trash. Like, nope. I got a flower for it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with a man having a rose in his car.
Well, I do.
Especially if it's from someone you love.
Now, if I got a rose and I just walk up to women like, bam, some Pim Juice shit, but I'm just not going to have this rose that's going to just be withering away in the car. It don't make any sense.
Watch out for mine, though.
I'm dangerous.
This nigga threw his mama rose away.
Why we keep it?
Who does? Yes!
It's going to be a stem.
Hey, well, that's when you get rid of it, man.
It was going down that route.
Q saying at least lie.
Oh.
I am not. I'm saying keep it till it die.
It's on its way.
Listen, I bought Tamika some tulips. Now, granted, I will give her this. We've already, like, flowers and shit, that's kind of a waste of time. Like, the shit dies and all this other stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, let me get you. So I actually showed Mike this. Janelle kept telling me that because I kept buying her fucking flowers. Why you buying me flowers? It's Wednesday. Shut up. Here's some flowers. Nope. I got tired of hearing that shit. So I took some motherfucking car parts, got a motherfucking flower, and made a motherfucking flower out of car parts. So I ain't never got to give her another flower again. So it'll never die. It's made out of car parts. I work on cars, so it's personal. But I'll never have to buy another flower again.
That's cool. Yeah. I could just go buy carnations.
Pip shit.
I mean,
fake flowers from the store. But the point is, I was like, here, baby, you know what? This is gonna be a symbol of our love. Let's keep it alive. And I saw that flower yesterday. And I said, if I don't water it, it ain't gonna match.
No.
Hey man, the church we got married in burnt down. And I told my wife, I was like, so that's how you feel about those flowers every time they die? She's like, yeah. I said, I get your ass, just wait. And then I gave her the metal one. I was like, yep. And then it'll never go nowhere. And then a couple months ago, sanctuary on Penn burnt down. I was like, it's over now, it's over.
Damn. Now I did buy one of my little friends a plant because she likes plants, and she's been taking care of the plant like to this day. And this shit was been like 6 months, and I consider it my son.
6 whole months.
6 whole months. Hey, but hey, the plant is. He looks beautiful. It's my boy.
I know.
All right.
That's my boy.
You know, my mama been having the same plants, them big potted ass.
Yeah, the big old potted plants
since we was kids. My mom.
So plant versus flower. Yeah. Yeah, that's give the flowers.
All right, let me give one more set then. We're going to go ahead and throw a shout out to old producer Mike over here.
Oh, yeah.
Get some flowers, producer Mike.
I always love for Mike, man.
Always got to put some love out here.
Mike comes through, shows up for us.
You know what I mean? Make sure he's ready for us today. You know what I mean? He was like, get your asses in here.
Yeah, we kind of started the podcast right outside the door. Mike's like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
All right, well, thank you again for listening. We're gonna do our best to keep ourselves moving forward. Any last things from the fellas?
I just got a howl.
Oh, I'll say this that I heard a wise man say before we walked in here: live long and prosper. Yes.
Nanu.
No.
Phone home. All right, well, we out.
Oh.